So, evil people have been ruling the world for thousands of years in the guise of being good. Today, what we have is a collective, a consolidation, you could say, of criminal-minded elites around the world have come together as one organization. The fact of the matter is that the masses of humanity is like water, a deluge if they want to be. They could wipe these evil ones out in a day if they truly wanted to. So, given that I know that public awareness of technology is at one understanding, but where technology truly is in the private sector than what we could call deep state or whatever, is minimum of 20 to 30 years ahead of what we are aware of. For that fact, they have something up their sleeve, or they wouldn't be this bold on a planetary global scale if they didn't think that they had something up their sleeve, because human beings are failures. They will fail them, and they know that. They know that they can't trust the bidders that will do their dirty work. They know that in the long run, they will fail them. So there's something up their sleeve that we're not aware of right now, that they're going to pull out of their hat of magic tricks and unleash on humanity. Seriously. Because they wouldn't be this bold if they didn't think they had it in the bag. Literally. And I can guarantee that. Don't scratch your head. Stop scratching your head. Start thinking what I'm telling you. They have something up their sleeve, or they would not be this bold. It gives them the arrogance to think that they are going to prevail and they are superior. And we won't be able to stop them. And they know the ones that would do the bidding for them. I'm repeating myself, but they know the ones that do the bidding for them is a weak link, because they're humans. So my question is this. Is this when they unleash the machine world now? Do they think that they have that perfected? Because that'll be a psychological mind screw on a lot of people. Robots or whatever. Because they've never dealt with something like that, humanity, on a grand scale. And I want to just add to this, with all the billions and maybe even trillions that has disappeared in the last 20 years, where did they use that money in? It didn't disappear. It disappeared from so-called the circulation of the public sector, but it was spent on something. And that's an awful lot of grand dough right there to do a lot of things on that amount of missing loot. We're paying for our own destruction. And people need to get this through their head, that there is no one coming to save you. Especially human beings. No one has your back, especially that's in the circle. And you need to get that through your head seriously. No one has your back. You've already been betrayed in thinking that there was one that was working and helping you, but that's untrue. No matter how the Marxist argument you want to put against it, and the excuses you have for that, but the reality is that's controlled opposition. Believe me, these people that are doing what they're doing are very good at what they do. They've been doing it. They have a hell of a book that they can follow, if you want to call it that. But they know the psyche, the psychology of society. They know how to manipulate society on a grand scale. And most people, they're too naive to realize that. And since they're that naive, they believe that that can't happen. That a lot of people are educated enough to figure that out. When you're being manipulated, you won't know you're being manipulated. That's why it's stated that way. You're being manipulated, deceived, coerced. And a lot of times it's done in such a deceivery way, you actually go along with it and participate in it. And you become an accessory to the crimes. It's historical. It's not even an argument or a debate. I mean, history proves what I'm talking about right now. And I can tell you this for sure, that they got something up their sleeve, because they wouldn't be this bold. And I know they can't trust people below them, because they will fail them. So they've got something up. There's something that they think that they have, this ultimate superior weapon, whatever it is. And I'm just calling it a weapon. I don't know what it is. But I can guarantee you they wouldn't have gone this far with what they're doing, in the guise of, you know what I'm talking about. So you can see from all the draconian measures that are going on and tyrannical acts that these people and their fangs came out, and we can see who they are now. All these evil people, okay? And you can call it biblical, you can call it whatever you want, but the bottom line is we're going to have to protect ourselves from these evil entities, these people, or whatever you want to call them, devils or Satanists. I don't give a shit what name you put on it. I just know they're bad people, and you shouldn't trust them, shouldn't listen to them. They're the ones that have been leading us and got us to this situation right now anyways. And we've been cold and lulled for way far too long. And people need to wake up to the fact that the people in charge all along have been our enemy. Always been our enemy. The people's enemy. It's just that way, unfortunately. I know nobody wants to believe that, but it's true. It's true as hell. And there's a lot of us that see this, and a lot of you out there that have come to realize this prophetic statement I'm saying is coming to fruition, and it's a reality. And many are still not being able to accept the situation that is at hand. But needless to say, this isn't going to stop. They're going to continue this on until they reach their goal that they're working towards. That's pretty much what it is. And last but not least, they have something up their sleeve, like I've been saying, or they wouldn't be this bold to go this far with so much, with such a few controllers in charge of the game, knowing if one thing fails, their neck is fucking hung. So they must have something up their sleeve, or they would not, as I said before, be as boldened that they are like they are right now.